The girl was an extremely dangerous psychiatric patient. Her only weakness was her therapy dog. But one day she discovered the dog had been stolen by her vicious neighbors. They even turned it into a pot of dog meat. As the girl was about to lose control, a bloody revenge was about to unfold. Just when she thought the therapy dog had already been killed, the cruel family was still shouting arrogantly. They had no idea. They had awakened a real demon. A strange smile curled up at the corner of the girl's mouth. The next second, she grabbed a plate and smashed it hard into the man's head. Blood burst out instantly as the man screamed in pain. But this was only the beginning. The girl completely snapped. She kicked the man to the ground, then stomped viciously on his face with her slippers, seeing her son being beaten. The old woman rushed forward like a madwoman, only to be shoved to the ground by the girl, followed by a loud slap across her face. Even the pregnant daughter-in-law was easily knocked down. The girl grabbed the food on the table and stuffed it violently into the man's mouth, forcing him to eat the so-called dog meat. Finally, she flipped the entire table, chanting over and over that they all deserved to die. And all of this started a few hours earlier. The girl discovered her therapy dog had been stolen by the neighbor's family. She went to demand it back, but was humiliated at every turn. The vicious man even ordered her to kneel and beg, saying he would only return the dog if she pleased him, for the sake of her therapy dog. The girl swallowed her pride and slowly knelt before them, but what she got in return was endless mockery and a bloody bone. The man even picked up meat from the pot to show off, saying the dog meat tasted amazing. Watching the chunks of meat boiling in the pot, the girl felt like she had fallen into an icy abyss. The murderous intent she had suppressed for so long was completely ignited, just as she was about to start killing. A small white dog suddenly ran out of the room. The therapy dog was still alive. The girl instantly snapped back to her senses, holding the recovered dog and crying uncontrollably. At that moment, the property staff and neighbors arrived. They were stunned by the mess and the injured family. The vicious family immediately turned the tables, crying and accusing the girl of brutal violence, demanding huge compensation for medical expenses. But the girl was unusually calm. She hugged the therapy dog and put on a pitiful expression, claiming she was weak and powerless. How could she possibly beat all of them? The surrounding neighbors also spoke up, condemning the family's usual bad behavior. No one believed their accusations. Even the property staff couldn't stand it anymore. They advised the girl to settle things quietly, so she wouldn't be slandered everywhere by this family. The girl had no choice but to take out the few $100s she had. But the greedy family demanded $20,000. The girl sneered coldly and told them to first spend money on a DNA test. They could talk about compensation after proving it. As soon as they heard it would cost a lot of money, the family immediately backed down. They could only take the few $100s and leave angrily. But they were not done yet. As the man watched the girl walk away, a sinister look flashed in his eyes. He secretly poisoned a sausage with deadly toxins and threw it on the road the girl would pass. The unsuspecting therapy dog bit into it without hesitation.